Hello, friends. Do you love real estate? Because I love real estate. And if you love real estate as much as I love real estate, you are in the right place right now. It is going to be an unbelievable show,
Amen.
Luke. My name is Brent Daniels. That's Luke Mariner.
What's up?
That's Alejandro Merch. We've got Rafael Cortez coming onto the show here in just a little bit. What we like doing, because it is a live show, is we warm up the show with a little bit of trivia, get the chat going. You know what I mean? The reason we do it live is so that you can ask some questions, so that we can celebrate some wins, so that you can go out, take massive imperfect action every single day, find some great. There he is, Rafael Cortez. He's coming in. You guys get it. We want to answer your questions, so make sure you're active in the chat. John Johnson, we love you. Thank you for already getting in there and jumping in. He's already using AI.
Oh.
He's already using Claude AI.
Oh,
Raph.
brother
So
uses.
we'll get into that in just a second. But first, let's get to the board.
Bam.
All right here. Over the life of a typical mortgage, how do payments change on an amortization schedule? Is it A, interest portion decreases while principal portion increases? Is it B, principal decreases while interest portion increases? Is it C, both principal and interest portions stay the same? Or is it D, both principal and interest portions increase equally? Luke is turning up the heat on y'all, okay? That is a lot, especially if you're listening to this on a podcast to really decipher here. But basically, over the life of a typical mortgage, how do the payments change on the amortization schedule? Does the interest portion decrease while principal portion increase? Is it opposite? Do they stay the same, or do they increase equally? A, B, C, or D? All right, Sean G's got A. John Johnson's got C. Jerry Lima's got A. Jose Tapia's got A. What do you think? What do you think, Raph? What do you think, Raph? No, John Johnson changed it to A. You guys are absolutely right, guys. Amortization, amort means to kill. And so essentially what you're doing is you're killing the debt. And at the beginning of all mortgages, at the beginning of all loans that are on an amortization schedule, it is very heavy interest payments. Very, very, very heavy interest payments. And then it switches at the end. The bank loves getting their money first. They love bringing it in. They lend you the money. They then get the loan. They then sell the loan so that they can get more money to be able to, you guessed it, lend more money and do more loans. That's how our whole economy works. Our whole economy works by the home sales, essentially.
Amen.
Pretty property sales. It's crazy. 11 trillion.
Wow.
11 trillion in mortgage debt right now in the United States. Just look that up. And really interesting. All right, question number 2. Thank you guys for participating. What does CMA stand for in real estate? What does CMA stand for in real estate? Is that the current mortgage agreement? Is it comparative market analysis? Is it the commercial management assessment? Or is it the certified mortgage appraisal? What does CMA stand for? All my real estate agents are screaming at the screen. They're not even typing. They're too busy. They're too busy doing things, and they're doing deals, and they're texting with other people to put onto the chat here. But what is the answer? Is it current mortgage agreement, comparative market analysis, commercial management assessment, or certified mortgage appraisal? A, B, C, or D? Sean says B.
One brave soul.
I'll tell you what, it fell. Jerry Lima says B. You guys are absolutely right. CMA stands for comparative market analysis. This is a term real estate agents use when they're speaking about coming up with a list price for a property. They call it the comparative market analysis. They look at all the different properties that are listed for sale, that are under contract, and that have sold. It goes into a CMA report, and that's what's used in a listing presentation for a real estate agent to determine what to list that house for. So really, really, really good term. Thank you, Luke. That was a good one. That was a sneaky one. Are we good?
No, we're good.
Okay, we're good there. Guys, today we're going to be talking about how to leverage AI in your business. If you are not learning how to use AI, how to use some automation in your business, you're making a huge, huge, huge mistake. Now listen, I understand. There's a certain tiny, tiny fraction out there that they will go out, they will just talk to people all day long, talk to agents, talk to property owners, talk to other investors all day long, make offers all day long, keep it really disorganized, and make $300,000 to $400,000 every single year doing this as a one-man show, one-woman show. You absolutely can do this. You 100% can do this. You can do that. You can keep your expenses super low, and you can buy a bunch of assets and probably be out of this thing in about 25 years. 25 to 30 years, doing that consistently, keeping your expenses low. Yes, you're going to have to give half to the government. It's called taxes. Yes, you're going to have to, be really, really, really tight with your budget. But at some point, you're going to be buying all those assets. Those assets are going to be paying down. You're going to have enough cash flow to get out of the rat race, and you're going to be doing amazing in about 25 years, 25, 30 years. Okay? That's one man, one woman show. You don't want responsibilities for other people. You want control of your schedule. You want to wear what you want to wear. You want to get up when you want to get up. You want to live your life. Fantastic. You can be a solopreneur, self-employed, right? Cash flow quadrant. You've got employee, self-employed, business owner, investor. You can be that self-employed and investor and play that game. You don't have to be a business owner. If you do want to be an actual business owner, an entrepreneur, you need to understand that when we say AI, it's basically just algorithms that are just scouring all of human intelligence and the internet.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Coming up with answers very quickly.
It's like a genie.
It's absolutely incredible. Not only that, but it can set up really amazing automation. It can write code. It can do all sorts of things. Images, videos, the whole thing. We're using it in so many different ways right now that I had no idea.
Oh, yeah.
Not me. Jesse Pearson. Some of the other guys. It's been absolutely phenomenal. But today, Rafael is going to tell us and show us how you use it. I'm going to pull up this whiteboard here.
Let's do it.
And you go through your process on how you're using AI right now to go to the next level.
Oh.
Here. I'll give him mine, Matt. Okay. There you go.
Sweet. All right. Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. I mean, it was and I'm not even, I feel like I'm doing 2% of what we could do with AI in just wholesaling alone.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's been a game changer in terms of nurturing the leads and the responses from the sellers. So where we're using this is mainly on the follow-up sequences. We're not using it yet to make outbound calls or have conversations with people like that and source, right? But the follow-up, we talk about follow-up all the time. The follow-up is where most of the deals are dropped, right?
Yes.
Because we don't stay on them and that sort of thing. So I'm using a combination of just structured follow-up sequences, which I'll break down right now, and then
now, will
AI.
you put this up on the screen real quick?
And then AI combined with it.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, but when we started
computer, yes.
When we started rolling out AI for some of that lead management and responses, our response rate went to it stays between 38 to 44%.
Okay.
So send out 10, for example, 10 follow-ups, right? You'll get between 3 and 4 responses back, which is really good because you can go back and rework those leads.
Guys, there's 3 parts to the business, right? Lead generation, conversion, and exit strategy. When we're talking about today with AI is how to use that for that orange section there, the conversion section. We're talking about pre-qualifying, lead follow-up, and offer presentation. Obviously, when you're speaking with a property owner, you're trying to understand the condition of the property, their timeline to sell, their motivation to sell, and their price. right? What we're looking for are the people that want to trade the price for speed and convenience. And to be able to make sure that we're staying in front of these people and really doing deep discovery, that is the lead follow-up sequence. And that's what Rafael's talking about today. Now, what Rafael's talking about is doing it in a way that is automated, all right? And he's going to give you the exact process that he uses here. You use Go High Level, right?
Yes.
Go High Level is, I don't know, I guess an AI, not even a platform.
No,
it's a CRM that people build. I guess it is a platform that people build their CRMs on.
Yeah. I mean, it's a you can do a lot of things with it. Just like, for example, how I built up Podium in the past. Moved everything into Go High Level, and just the functionality is way crazier.
Yep.
You can build your own AI into it. If you guys want a copy of my prompt, just reach out, hit me up, send me a message, and I'll
Where
give you
should
guys
they
my
send
copy. Look me up on Instagram. Follow me on there. If you're not following me, I'm not
Andre,
going
will
to
you
send you
put his
anything.
Instagram handle in there?
So at Rafael Cortez CEO, and then shoot me a DM. But yeah, I mean, it's a prompt that I went and tweaked over the last month and a half. And there's a lot of people doing big stuff with AI, individual services. I just keep it all within GHL because or Go High Level. One, it's easier to tweak for us, and I like to play around and tinker with tools. So and it's given us a really good result. So, anyways. What I'm talking about here is we have the lead, right? You grab the lead, wherever you're getting it from, PPC, cold calling. We still do a lot of cold calling. And you're going to capture it. Your acquisitions is going to do a personal touch, right? If your acquisition is running the point, you want to call the lead. You don't want to hand off that thing to AI or any follow-up sequence without having a proper conversation with them. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's right.
That's right. So we have this sequence where we go just psycho ex-girlfriend on them for a day, right? So we have triple dial phone call, and this is straight out of the SOP for PPC leads, for example.
Yep.
So we triple dial phone call, no answer. We shoot a text message, wait a couple hours, triple dial phone call, no answer, send a text message, and then if by the third time we call we don't get an answer, automatically we send them over to an engagement sequence over here. All right. So the engagement sequence is just a trigger. It's something in there. And I won't get into all the steps, but this, for example, hits them about another 12 times within the next 48 hours.
Let me slow you down. What qualifies a seller to put in your follow-up? Asked Howard Widely.
Even the people that
What's up, Howard?
Even the people that we can't get a hold of. If we can't get a hold of them, I don't want my acquisitions team, or even if it's just me doing the calls, right? I don't want to be bogged down with making calls that people are not responding to. Because I mean, we've talked about this in the past too, where, hey, the good leads are going to be hidden by the bad leads.
Yep.
So if you think you have 50 follow-ups, but 48 are not answering, and they haven't answered in the last 2 weeks, focus on the stuff that you really have, right? So that's what it does. We start clearing out that pipeline because I started finding out that my team was spending a lot of time with leads that were not responsive. So we do that. We go through that sequence, and it's individual touch, so actually pick up the phone, reach out, and do that type of stuff, right?
By the way, guys, 80% of lead follow-up is leaving voicemails and text messages.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Only about 1 out of 5 will actually pick up live. So it's a lot of planting seeds. It's a lot of making sure that you're staying in front of them. And a lot of people have questions about that, Raph. A lot of people have the questions on, what do I say? How do I not sound desperate? How do I not sound too aggressive? But I do sound like I'm serious. Like I think that there's a lot of fear when you get started out. Not fear, but just kind of apprehension when you're getting started out. That's like, I don't want to screw this up. What should I be saying to these people? And guys, this is what we're talking about when we're talking about using AI. Automation has been around forever, right?
Correct.
Since the internet's really got going. This is really automation. What Raf's talking about is you can literally have the AI build in what you are saying to these people.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep. So I want to control that conversation at the beginning to create some context, right, on the leads. This is how AI works. And I haven't written out the AI part here yet. But we send it over to the engagement sequence. It starts shooting out a series of text messages. Basically, what I'm looking for here is a response. I just want them to text back once, right? So we go here, engagement. If we get a response during the engagement sequence from a text message, it's going to bring it down to my AI lead manager. down here, right? So this either comes back down here if we get a response, or if we don't get a response from that short 48-hour sequence, it's going to move over to a short-term sequence, which is a 7-day sequence. So this one is 7 days.
Why 7 days?
One, because I want to label the lead. I want to make sure I know what stage of the lead it is, and it's just easy if you segment.
Yep.
It's a different type of conversation. It's a little bit pushier, because, okay, like, dude, you reached out to us a couple of days ago. We were trying to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
And the conversation, the tone of it is just a little different.
Yep.
Right? So you start creating, additional history in the conversation through that, right? 7-day short-term sequence. If we can't get a hold of them, at that point, they're still in the sequence. Now remember, right? They're out of my world over here. I'm not concerned about that lead right now because this whole automation on the back end is working. So it's stacking on follow-up sequences. If that doesn't work, it pushes them over to a long-term sequence, and you can get a little crafty here, where you push out the follow-up to 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or whatever. But if you trigger it, this goes on for a year. So we stay on top of them with emails and text messages on for a year. All I'm looking for with all this work is just one response, right? For them to come back and say, I'm not interested, or yeah, give me a call, or what's your offer? So when they do respond, right, if they respond to any of the sequences, it's going to kick it back to the AI lead manager that I built in there. And this dude's just having conversations, left and right with them, right? So what's your offer? It'll go into it'll build on everything that it talked about. So it'll read, how long the conversation went as far as messages and everything that we shot out.
Yep.
So now it knows what to respond based on that context. It also speaks Spanish, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
We're running a Spanish pay-per-click Google Ads campaign now. Is it nationwide now, or is it just California? What is it?
Nationwide. We have I don't know. It looks really good. We'll see if we can get it through the door.
Yeah.
But it's a fire damaged property in Orlando.
Oh, a new one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. So
We love fire.
It's clicking.
All right.
All right. So we have that, and then
Hold on, real quick. Let's slow this down so that we can get some more chat going and some more participation. So Joel asks, I've been using it to brainstorm using different books like Spin Selling and others to role play objections. And is that it?
That's
okay.
it.
Okay, that's it. Scott Allen, Brent, does your dispo guy do JV deals? I should have one coming up in Peoria. Absolutely. Just shoot me a DM. Real Brent Daniels. At Real Brent Daniels.
He's the real one.
I'm the real one.
The real.
No
fakes here.
Go. Definitely reach out, Scott. Or if you have my number, just text me. All right. Go ahead.
All right, awesome. And if you guys have questions on this, let me know. I'm just kind of giving you the 30,000-foot view of how the structure is set up. Of course, we have a bunch of like sequences and text messages within, right, each one of the campaigns. Again, this allows me to control the conversation and to tell them what I want to tell them without having a lot of room to deviate from it. Remember, AI will learn on the thing, so it's not going to kick off with exactly what you want to say right out of the gate. It needs some info for it to grow, so that's what we're doing here. We're creating the base for that conversation. So anyways, they respond back, and AI goes back into it because it may be, 3 hours, right, since we last engaged with that lead, or it may be 8 months. So it depends on where that's at.
Yep.
But when the lead comes back in, it starts to check the temperature of the lead. All I want in my radar, back in my radar, so to be sent back to acquisitions, is hot or warm leads, right? A lot of them are going to say, I sold the house, I'm not interested anymore, I changed my mind, what's your offer, and they're tire kicking. So if they're doing that kind of stuff, this thing will go into a full conversation with them. They're like, well, tell me, just recap on.
What is the AI platform you're using?
It's inside GHL, Go High Level.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's built right into.
Built right in.
Built right into Go High Level. And I'm working on something cool on the back end. I think I may put it out there for down the road, but not yet. It's not ready.
All right. Keep your secrets.
Oh yeah,
your
all the secrets. No, I mean, if they want good stuff, they got to come check us out.
That's right. That's right.
So, but yeah, so AI, what it does, and the crazy thing is that when you start adding and stacking your leads, right? I mean, I don't know, you get 10 leads this week, and then another 10 leads next week, and then another 10 leads. Next thing you know, you're getting 40, 60 leads a month, right? And then the next month is another 40, 60 leads. So now, in no time, if you're staying steady, you're gonna have hundreds of leads to follow up with. Now think about what that does to your schedule, right? So this thing is handling all of that stuff, and when it's going through this pre-qualification conversation based on that prompt, that script that I wrote for it, it sends to us, to acquisitions, just the stuff that is hot and the stuff that is warm. So the entire thing is not AI. I tried messing around with it. I didn't like the like where it was headed. It was like, all right, I'm gonna control the first half of the conversation. Then the pre-qualification portion comes back to AI, and it's pretty dialed in. I mean, we were seeing it yesterday, just have conversations in Spanish. They still think they're talking to the same dude if you set it up in the right way.
You were getting in there and you were typing responses,
Yeah,
right?
it was like boom, and then I would go and then do a podcast.
And you could see it all on your phone?
Yeah, I mean, I run the entire thing from the phone, so it's a really good platform. If you guys want info on that, let me know. But rolling with AI, a lot of it is going to be in the training, in the prompts, that sort of thing. But this is how we are rolling into the structured campaigns. There's nothing wrong with having controlled conversations, with having control over the stuff that you want to tell them, right? On the follow-up sequences, what you say, what you don't say. Also, you have more control over what makes it compliant, because here we're watching out for trigger red flag words. I don't want an offer, or I'm sorry, a message to go out and say, hey, cash offer for your deal. We're wholesalers, because it's going to get red flagged in 0.2 seconds, that type of stuff. So conversion and deliverability is you have more control over that here.
Well, once you text somebody, they text you back, and then you text again. The carriers aren't blocking that, right?
They are.
They are.
Yeah.
Really?
If you respond and it's super spammy, they'll block it.
Right.
I've had it blocked. Yeah.
So if they text you and you respond back,
So if I
they'll
respond,
block it?
It depends on what I'm saying on that
Right.
text. So if I respond back with, yes, we cover all fees, the
right.
purchase price, buy your property, cash, and all these words, and we stack them, the carriers will still see that, and they'll block it. So you still have to watch out for that kind of stuff. That's why I like having control over this, because I can go back and look at the campaigns and then see, is like, man, my deliverability for all these text messages is like, the average is 98%.
right?
So it's really good.
Awesome.
So, so they're getting delivered, and then the conversation is happening. This has the ability to push it forward to a pipeline and follow up in 30 days, throw it back into a short-term sequence or a long-term sequence. So it does all that stuff. I mean, like a real legit lead manager in there. No offers being made, but now we're just dealing with the new leads that come in, right? Because
Yep.
we have new fresh leads. And then we have hot or warm leads from the follow-up sequence, and the hundreds of leads, actually thousands of leads we have in the database. So, but this was a total game changer. Rolling this into that structure of follow-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to talk to Jackie.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to talk to Jackie's my operations manager.
Jackie,
lead
what are you
manager,
doing?
so.
Come on.
We gotta.
Guys, if you're getting value out of this, make sure that you give us a thumbs up or a fire or a rhino, or what would be your emoji?
I tend to use like a little lightning bolt. Like,
Lightning bolt.
yes.
Yeah, energy.
Yes.
Yeah, throw some lightning bolts
The
in there.
pulse.
Do we have anything from the
Yeah, we
Instagram?
got a question.
Okay.
From 5. I'm guessing it means Ethan.
Okay. Ethan?
Oh boy. Here
How
we
do
go.
I build an AI acquisition team to generate me $100,000 per year?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think Raf's breaking it down right here.
Yeah,
I think the biggest thing is you got to get on a platform, Ethan, right? You got to use a CRM that has AI built into it. And so I know Go High Level does it. I know INVELO does it, INVELOapp.com. They definitely have the AI built into there to where you can program it and get the automation. But that's really what you need. You need to. I wouldn't go and try to build your own platform. I guess you probably could on
You can, but you got to pick your battles.
on Go High Level, right?
Yeah.
You built this?
I built
Right.
it, but it's because I've been building, for example, Podio for years,
Right.
So the learning curve wasn't that difficult.
You got 3 lightning bolts from Brandon Mitchell. Thank
Bam!
you. Thank
Let's
you,
go.
Brandon.
Come on, Brandon. If you're in the chat, come on.
Yeah.
So another thing that I want to put out there is when you're setting just best practices when setting up your follow-up sequences, and if you're texting for like through any, because I've tried it in different platforms. Set it up on a drip. Even if you're doing automatic follow-ups, you can still set up a drip. The drip that we do is every 5 minutes. It's 50 messages.
Nice.
So I bumped it crazy enough. I bumped it up to 75 messages every 5 minutes, and my deliverability.
You got it.
There
I
you
got
go.
it. Yes. I can speak English.
It's all right. You should have heard him try to say amortization.
Yeah, amateurs. Yeah, that was okay. English is hard, all right?
I know, you guys are crazy. So, but it dropped. It dropped by like 20%.
Yeah.
By bumping up the amount of text messages delivered over 5
You're
minutes.
sending 50 messages where?
Through Go High Level. Everything.
In your engagement sequence.
Yeah, so
for
for
the
example,
ones that aren't engaging?
yeah, like well, engagement, short term, or whatever, because it'll read like how many little queue, right? For example, if on my short term sequence today, like in today's blast for that particular, time period, I have 150 follow ups. It won't send out the 150 because it'll just mess up totally mess up deliverability.
Yeah.
So we drip it, for 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, basically do a 10 text messages a minute.
Got it.
And deliverability goes.
There's a question here. Joel says, I have been using it. No, that's not it. Nelson, how do you transfer lead from Follow-Up Boss to Go High Level? Follow-Up Boss is Go High Level. I mean, it's built on Go High Level. But if you're trying to do like your own Nelson, I think it would just transfer right over. I think it'd be
it's
pretty
CSV
easy.
files. You have to save it, export it as a CSV file, and then you can do imports in Go High Level to opportunities or contacts, and map it out. I mean, there's mapping, there's a little tinkering with it, but it's doable. You can transfer data from any CRM to any other CRM. The export has to be a CSV file, not an Excel though.
Got it.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, but this is working great.
Awesome. Thank you, Raph. I'll take
Sweet.
the lapel back from you. Awesome. So that was something that you built. Do you give access to that to other people if they want to use that CRM?
I do. I'm actually going to put it out. I don't know. I think I'm still maybe 3 weeks out from it. Believe it or not, I have a wait list of people that want to jump on it. But yeah, it's something that it's coming. I mean, I'm packaging up the whole thing. Just like I had the previous setup. I'm just moving everything over to High Level and doing it that way.
Awesome.
So yeah, it'll be out.
There's a question in regards to Raf.
Yes, sir.
Fernando asks, what's a healthy budget for this setup?
Nice. Get under the mic.
A healthy budget.
Healthy budget meaning like how much do you need to run that a month?
I assume, yeah.
I mean, your High Level, your GHL account, and then whatever you're going to spend on ads. It's not expensive to set up a follow-up sequence.
What does Go High Level cost?
I mean, if you have your own account, it can be 200 to 500, depending on the setup. The way that I'm going to have it up, I'm going to have it out for 197 bucks a month, and then depending on how much you text, there's going to be a fee to texting, like a minimal fee to stuff like that. So it's not expensive to have a good, healthy follow-up
So
sequence.
if they worked with you in 3 weeks,
Yeah.
it's 197 plus. What can you expect in the cost for the text messages?
Probably no more than. I mean, I don't think it'd be more than $100 for the average account.
Cool.
Yeah.
So 300, 350.
Yeah, call it $300 to have a.
That's a steal.
Yeah, exactly. AI follow-up sequences and stuff like that capturing. So.
Awesome.
That's it for me.
Awesome. Good. Go Birds. All right.
Hey, let's go. Come on.
Oh, your hat?
Go Birds.
Okay, got it. That is awesome. Guys, really interesting. So we went in and so we have our coaching program, right? And we have Zoom calls and some we do it over Zoom. And so we took a lot of the recordings and we put it into AI. And this is also for our PPC agency, our marketing agency, and the students coming into the Rhino Tribe. And these are the 3 top main pain points as people are growing and scaling their business when it comes to wholesaling, flipping businesses. And I would say 90%, guys, 90% of the people that come into our marketing agency funnel, so to speak, are doing a hybrid of 2, if not 3 exit strategies. wholesaling, obviously,
Yeah.
flipping heavy flipping right
Really?
now, and novations, right? And these are the three reasons that they're on the phone with us. And I think that it's really important to understand going forward as you're having that vision for your business and you want to build something that's long lasting and predictable, understanding these and navigating the waters to avoid these is going to be really important. Number one is failing marketing channels, right? Raf, over the last 5 years or so, let's say, I know that you've been doing it since 2015, 2014.
Wholesaling?
Yeah.
2009, actually.
2009.
First deal, yeah.
So has there been any marketing channels that you were like, this is working like crazy, this is unbelievable, and then all of a sudden, boom,
Yep.
just fell off the cliff?
Yeah, I mean, the first example that comes to mind is the glory days of ringless voicemail blasting.
Okay.
Yeah, so
RVMs.
Yeah, RVM. So the combo.
Explain what that is for everybody.
So a
that's...
ringless voicemail. This is what 2018, I think. It's when it kind of rolled out. There was a platform called Roar, and they had this way of texting people, and then right after. You could also send a message to the same number, but the phone wouldn't ring. It would just go straight to voicemail.
Really?
Right?
Yeah.
So the phone doesn't ring. There's no conversation happening. You take your spreadsheet, right, and then you just dump it into this platform, and then it would shoot out that pre-recorded message, and it was very evergreen. Like I would record a message saying, "Hey, I'm calling back about your property. I have some info on it, but I don't have the entire thing." So something very evergreen. And then I did that for sellers and, blast it out. And then about a minute later, it would automatically send out a follow-up text message.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, I tried calling you earlier. I couldn't get a hold of you. I left you a voicemail. Give me a call back. This is Rafael. Right? And that one, I was able to do tags and map like property addresses. I'm calling you about 123, Main Street.
What year was this?
1879. Yeah. No, it's like right around 2018.
Yeah.
So I did. I mean, when I found that, man, I mean, we wrote it for about a year.
It's amazing, though.
Yeah, and then they started getting touchy with regulation, and it was like, you're not supposed to do that. I'm like, okay, but it worked great. I mean, marketing channels, right? Like you have certain things that kick in, and then you have to pivot to something that's tried and tested.
Yep.
Lasted through the years.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, text message marketing is the biggest one for me when the carriers started, breaking that down. The biggest, in here, guys, I would say, and guys, put it in here. Jacob, much love to you as well. Put it in the chat here if you've had a marketing channel that fell off. Do you know what the number one, when people are coming in to talk to us about Google ads, the number one failing marketing channel that they have?
What?
PPL. You want to know why? I figured out why. I figured out why PPL kind of fell off the map. Back in the day, you can do something called, I mean, you still can do this, but search engine optimization, right? SEO. And what these really great, really smart guys for PPL did is they were able to rank. So Google, if you do a Google search right now, and it'll pop up 3 different sections, okay? And some now is AI, but for our industry, it usually pops up. Pops up here is sponsored, right? Here is the map or Google My Business, which is really interesting. And right here is the organic, okay? What those guys were really good at doing was building up this specifically and this. The beautiful thing about search engine optimization is if you figure it out, there's certain strategies to figure out how to rank here. It's evergreen. You're not pumping more a tremendous amount of marketing dollars in there. Now, you're not in the sponsored, which is where we live in pay-per-click, but you're in these areas. And some people, it's really interesting. I think the stats are almost like 60-40. 40% of people are going, and I could be wrong, you guys can Google it. We'll pull it up. Actually, go into ChatGPT and put, what is the percentage of people that search Google that skip sponsored ads? Put in that, and we'll get that percentage here, and we'll get this accurate. because now we have a supercomputer at our fingertips at all times. But I think it's around there. It could be totally wrong. And so PPL was living off of this. Well, to do this, you had to put in a lot of what were called hyperlinks. And you just linked to other websites, and Google saw you as legit, and they would bump you up in organic. Well, 2022, 2023 algorithm changed.
Yeah.
You couldn't just link to hundreds of thousands of websites. They wanted it to be local businesses. What is it?
You want to hear this? 90%.
90% miss the sponsor?
90%. The vast majority, 90% of users either avoid or seldom click on Google paid ads.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Well, that's really interesting because, like, even for me, like growing up,
Yep.
I'd go on Google and I immediately skip the first like 3.
Really?
Yeah, because it literally pops up sponsored and you click it and then it has a whole thing.
Right.
But yeah, 90% it says, which is kind of crazy to me.
All right. So living here, by the way, I just found and hired the best SEO guy in the country, Trenton. Woo! Come on.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm excited to share those results. Anyway, so the idea is to get all 3 once you have the budget to do that. But so the organic rankings was with getting these or these PPL companies free leads that they would sell to us for whatever, $100 to $300 to $500. Well, the algorithm changed, and we saw you can look it up. There's certain tools that you can look it up. All of the people hitting their websites went like this and went boom. Like the consumers that were searching, the amount of people going to their sites dropped off dramatically. That's why PPL turned into a fist fight for a while, and then that's why they had to go with text messages and cold calls and selling other people's leads and pooling them all together and doing that type of thing. But failing marketing channels, guys, you got to build something strong. The number one thing I can tell you that's going to protect you is brand. I mean, you could watch anything from Gary Vee to Alex Hormozi to anything. Brand wins all the time. Be the local expert.
Yeah.
I implore you to be the local expert and to do everything that you can to get a decent website, get up into the rankings in Google, because AI searching is only going to increase, and that's how you get your name and your brand into AI, is through being a legit operator in your area. It comes down to Google reviews. You have to get Google reviews after every single deal, guys. Every single deal, get Google reviews. Next, poor lead quality. Poor lead quality, right? This is the number 2 biggest pain point for people scaling their business. Is you get a bunch of leads, it's just bad leads. It's just not going anywhere. You get the wrong leads. You get retail leads. You get people that have already listed the property. You get a bunch of calls from agents. You get people that are just kind of stringing you along. So with this, guys, we have to be stronger with pre-qualifying. We have to understand that the number 1 most important thing is timeline. When it comes to the qualifications, what is the timeline? If the timeline is right now, you've got a high quality lead. If the timeline is, send me an offer, it is garbage. You are wasting your time. I get text messages every single day from people in the Rhino tribe texting me, oh, I got this great lead. I've got this great opportunity. They're communicating with me. What do you think I should offer? And I ask 2 things. What's the timeline? How much do they want? What's the timeline? What's their price expectations? Because you got to do some of the work up front. You got to be able to pull this out. In coaching and mentorship, guys, it's really important that you don't get into learned helplessness, because you will never be a successful entrepreneur if you have learned helplessness. You have to build the skills. You have to build the skills yourself. Doesn't mean that you can't have somebody elevating you and cheerleading you and supporting you and being your backstop, but do not learn learned helplessness. It will destroy you. If you have to, I'm so nervous about all this and I need somebody to do this for me, you're done. You're done. You just wasted all your money on whatever mentorship or coaching that you just went into. You need to do this work yourself, all right? So poor lead quality is number 2. And the last one is operational unsustainability.
That's a mouthful.
What do you think that means to you, Raf? What is operational unsustainability, Mr. Pulse CEO?
Think about something that you can't keep doing for a long time.
Right.
In a healthy way, I guess.
Profitable way.
Yeah, healthy, profitable way. So basically, if you don't, if you're not able to do this for a long time with the systems, the processes, and everything that you have in place, you're not going to have operational unsustainability
Right.
or
And-
sustainability.
And guys, you can't have sustainability if you don't follow the regulations in your state.
Facts.
Yep.
You need to understand these things. If it requires a license in your state, guess what? Get a license or change your model, right? If you're in South Carolina, where they put a clamp on everything, learn how to communicate effectively with people that have a bunch of money. Private money lenders, hard money lenders, all of these people are going to be absolutely critical. Well, I only wholesale. I don't need to talk to the people that do the hard money loans and the private money loans. Yes, you do. What if your buyer comes in and they get this crazy hard money or private money lender that needs to have a full-blown appraisal, full-blown inspection, all these other things before they lend on that property? And then they go, oh, the lender won't lend on this. This lender won't lend on it. You need to have the lenders that will lend on it because they understand the numbers. Typically, the only ones that want inspections and appraisals and all that are the nationwide lenders because they just don't want, they've been burned too many times. I get it. Find the local guys. I could call 3 to 5. I would say 3 very comfortably hard money lenders right now that could give me a decision on a property in 15 minutes. No doubt about it, right?
Yeah.
Do you agree?
We are in the relationship business, man. Like you have to, whatever resources you can provide to your customer, in this case, our buyers. I mean, that gives you a step, step up in the game.
Yep.
It does.
Dave, you're right. Timeline and how much do they want? It's absolutely critical. But operational unsustainability, make sure that you're following the rules. Make sure that you understand the regulations in your area. Make sure that you understand what's going on, what are the trends going on, and make sure that you are not overpaying or underpaying the talent that's on your team. That's what I think about here.
Yeah.
What I think about here is all the people, the revolving door that I had before I set very high base salaries for the people in my business.
Yeah.
Because I wanted the best of the best, and to be able to get the best of the best, I had to pull them from other jobs. And when they had other jobs, I mean, they didn't come from real estate, because real estate typically is not somewhere where you get employed, somewhere that you work as a 1099. So I had to pull people from other industries into this industry, which was a blessing. It was amazing. And to be able to do that, I had to give a decent base salary, and it has changed everything for me. I mean, the people that have been with me for a long, long time. Let's get into some chats here, guys. All right, Jacob, I wanted to share a shout out to Brent and his mentorship. I've officially gone full time with my real estate business and have been doing enough consistent deals where I actually qualified for a loan.
Nice.
That takes a while. Jacob, give it up, huh?
Let's go.
There
That's
we
a game
go.
changer,
There we
benchmark
go.
right there.
Guys, Dimitri sent me, so I've been on this kick forever, that you need to have the lights on when you prospect. You have to have the lights on. He sent me this thing with Hermosi, where he does his best work in the dark. Dimitri says he does his best work in the dark. So listen, I can admit, there's other ways to do it.
There are.
For me, if I'm in a dark room, it's going to affect my mood.
You look like Schmiegel.
And I can't bring like the personality to the call.
Yeah.
But if you can be focused, that's the best thing. Stay absolutely
Like a 911
focused.
operator.
That's awesome. So thank you, Dimitri, for that. If you're looking to get into real estate, if you're looking to get into the real estate business, wholesaling, choose Brent. Yeah, thank you.
Shout out, Jacob.
Dimitri says retained earnings equals low risk funding. No monthly payments equals no risk. That's right. Awesome. Eddie Charger, what's up, everybody? What's up, Eddie? Great to see you. Especially, Eddie says that's true, especially when you're looking for people with skills. You're absolutely right. So, guys, 72%, we have 43 votes on the poll that Alejandro put out earlier, is 72% of the people on here that have filled that out have used AI or are using AI.
If you're not using AI, you're behind. I truly believe that.
I feel like that's such a broad like statement. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? What do you use it for?
Well,
for our business. I mean, you're here. You're doing it.
Yeah, for our day to day, I use AI for a lot of things to organize myself throughout the day, to make sure that I'm hitting my targets. Titles. I do SEO for like tags for YouTube. I use it for a lot of things day to day, and everyone in my family. I mean, my mom, who's like 65. She told me today, like 2 days ago, she's like, yeah, I've been using ChatGPT. I love it. I do my SOPs on there.
Well, let's pull up ChatGPT. Let's pull up the stuff that we pulled up just screwing around. Before the show, Luke and I were just pulling up different questions in AI and run different. It'll do charts for you. It'll do reports. It'll answer questions. So the question I asked it for is, I'm a real estate wholesaler looking for the top 10 markets for fix and flip cash buyers. Where are they? And here are the top 10. Number 1, Tampa, Florida. Number 2, Charlotte, North Carolina. Number 3, Atlanta, Georgia. Number 4, Phoenix, Arizona. Number 5, Cleveland, Ohio. Number 6, Detroit, Michigan. 7 is Indianapolis. 8 is Birmingham, Alabama. 9 is Kansas City. And 10 is Buffalo, New York. Now, is this perfect? No. Would you have to, but you could go deeper with the research.
well,
why did you put these?
Yeah.
Why is it this market? And it's given you some reasons why it's hot.
Yeah.
Right? Median sale price, this is Buffalo, New York. Median sale price, $215K, and flip ROI between 65 to 80%. Wow. That is awesome.
What a lot of people do for AIs like Cloud or Gronk or ChatGPT is they ask them to wear specific hats. So if you give it that base knowledge of like, hey, you're a top level person at Google, and then it'll take on that form, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do. And if you don't do that, do that.
It's only going to be as good as the questions. If you're asking very broad and surface level type of questions, it's going to give you a very surface level type of answer. But if you go deeper on it, I mean, there's some crazy stuff, man, that you can get out.
Do the second one we did.
Yeah.
Right here. Look at this. And it gives a whole chart. Go back to this chart. This is perfect. Guys, take a screenshot of it. Matt, will you zoom in on the top 10? Pull it up. Pull it up. Look here. No. The list. Keep going.
The chart. Yeah.
There.
Oh, there it is.
Go up. Guys, take a picture of it if you're looking to do some virtual wholesaling. I mean, right there. Why? High ROI, affordable, fast flips, fast-paced market, low-cost properties, extreme ROI in Detroit, incentives, deep values, Indianapolis, steady economy, growing ROIs, affordable rehab, Birmingham, under-the-radar ROI, low-cost, emerging. Guys, this took
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
This took 2 seconds. We could probably go in and go, what are the best zip codes for fix and flip cash buyers in, do what are the best zip codes in Birmingham, Alabama?
You know, one thing that I learned
For fix and flip cash buyers, I'm a wholesaler and I want to find the best markets to sell properties.
Well, he does that. One thing that I learned about this is that it's a really, really cool hack. I use the voice feature, and I talk to it all the time. So now it understands my tone. So if I have to write something, right, it'll write it in my tone. It'll mess it up just like I mess up English. And
I'm a wholesaler.
It does it. If I do it, like it speaks like me. You know what I mean? So it understands
Looking
your
for
context.
cash buyers.
It's really cool.
Yeah, here we go. What are the best zip codes in Birmingham? I don't know if you put Indiana there.
Yeah. It'll pick it up.
Alabama.
Okay, here we go. If you're a wholesaler, top zip codes in Birmingham, 35214, 35205, 35215. This is awesome. Look at this.
And it tells you why.
And it gives you examples. 35224. Guys, every question that you can have, you can get ChatGPT on your phone. You can get the super advanced one for $19.99 a month. I just upgraded it last night because I was screwing around.
Yeah. Is it the 5?
Yeah.
ChatGPT 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Dave says, so is Go High Level by TTP or is it a third party? Sorry, I got here late. No, it's not me. It's somebody else. Yeah, I don't know who it is. Do you know who it is?
GHL? I don't know who owns it.
Yeah, Go High Level is a platform. I mean, it's just like something that you could build certain automations and CRMs off of. Look at that, incredible. Oh, okay, go to the bottom line. What does that say? Oh, no, that's the other one. So go to, what was the one that we asked about what's going to happen with interest rates? Do we still have that? Oh, here we are. Okay, here we go. We asked it what question? What do you think interest rates, when do you think interest rates are going to go up or down? And it says basically, keep going, gives you all this data, all the data. September 2025, likely first rate cut. Remainder of 2025, additional cuts possible. 2026, gradual downward trend continues. Mortgage rates, modest fall, remain elevated. I mean, we're going to be kind of right there. We're going to get a little bit. It's going to reduce a little bit. But why is it important? Why is it important, chat, to understand what's going on with interest rates? Why do you think that's important? Why do you think it would be important? You're not wholesaling. You're not flipping, Luke. Why do you think
Well, you
interest
gotta
rates would be
understand the
important
market, right?
as a wholesaler and a flipper?
So if I'm looking at this, and I don't
Putting you on the spot.
I'm putting me on the spot. Overall, I think like just knowing the market in general will kind of give you a basis on like how your business is going to do and what everyone else is probably going to do. So if you look at that, you can kind of have a slight projection of what's going to happen. That's my opinion.
When interest rates go down, people buy and hold more properties. Okay?
Yeah.
When they buy and hold more properties, now you've got more BRRRR strategy buyers.
Yeah.
BRRRR strategy. Now, let's look at this, guys. We have to make sure that we understand right here, Matt. Will you share the screen on this? If you understand that there is a hierarchy to cash buyers when you're wholesaling, okay? The lowest amount that you're going to make on a wholesale deal is to sell to another wholesaler, right? Because they got to add on top of it. Fix and flip is going to be your next level, and then you go BRRRR. So if a BRRRR buyer is going to pay for a property higher than another wholesaler or flipper, you should probably be going out there to try to find the people that have these portfolios that talk about doing BRRRR strategies, that maybe they're having conversations, maybe they're known in the industry at meetups, the title companies know these people, the hard money lenders know these people. That's when you start getting the buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat guys come back. That's what BRRRR stands for, by the way.
See,
Yeah.
lost.
Right? But that's, and the rental portfolio buyers. So if they start coming back, into the fold, into the business, then that's when you start targeting. That's when you start pushing values on your wholesale deals, guys. If you're in a market where you can only sell through other wholesalers or to fix and flippers, you're going to be down by 10, 15, 20% on every deal of what you could if you sell it to these other ones.
So it opens it up.
100%.
Got it.
Yep. Opens it up. The buyers, that's right. Dimitri, the legend himself, what's going on? Rates go down, demand goes up, prices go up. Absolutely correct. Right now, it's not going to go crazy. This is the beautiful thing. This is what I always think about. When I think about planning for the next year, I think about what is the supply and demand, what is the inventory in the area, what are interest rates doing from an overall, macro, right, effect on our real estate industry, because it'll really help us to determine who we should be selling the properties to and who we should be looking for, and should we be pushing values on this. And if we can, I'm not going to go into a year. I've been doing this too long. Hey, Matt, this laptop's going to die. Can you bring me a charger for it? Oh. Ha. There's one on the ground next to me. Okay, I got it. When I'm looking at it and we're like, oh, we're going to plan our business plan for 2026. Our average deal size is going to be X amount. If I'm trying to push higher the amount per deal in a market where interest rates are rising, you are cutting yourself, you're being silly. You're like a goose running around.
You got half the info.
Doing
yeah.
silly goose stuff. You're just you just don't have enough experience in business to understand what's going on. What's going on is you're going to take a hit. You're going to take a hit as interest rates start climbing. Holy cow, you're going to take a hit. And so just understand that as you're setting, now you have to do more deals to hit the same amount that you did the year before. Do you have the marketing plan to do that? Do you have the staff to be able to do that? Do you have the schedule to be able to do that? That's why I even see people that are solopreneurs, they just had this great year of 800,000. Tyler Pugh, 800,000 by himself selling the hedge funds in 2021. The next year, he'll admit it.
Wow.
Calling me, stressed, feeling it. Everybody goes through that. But if you understand the stats, if you understand what's going on, if you're using AI and ChatGPT to kind of forecast what to expect coming up, you don't know for sure. You don't know if war breaks out. You don't know if a pandemic breaks out. You don't know if anything like that breaks out. You can only understand, what's going on with the inventory and the interest rate. But if you have a good idea there, you can really plan smart.
Yeah.
And instead of increasing the amount you do per deal, you're increasing your team to take on more capacity with good marketing channels. That's how you keep growing year after year after year. But if you don't know the stats, you're done.
For that kind of stuff, we do quarterly adjustments on projections. I mean, we follow a detailed scorecard and all that stuff. But as we're going, we go back and review. It's like, all right, cool. Are we still on the same path? So there's somewhat of a redirection happening every 3 months.
Right.
Just by default in the business. And
Awesome.
I mean, that helps a lot.
Anything from Instagram, or are we just
No,
it's
not
just a
right
desert?
now.
Yeah, okay.
Not right now.
The haboob. Yeah. Will you put up the articles that I sent you?
Yeah.
Because I thought that this is really interesting. The first one is this John Waite guy is a great follow on Twitter. And he's talking about the housing shortage. There's no housing shortage. There's literally no housing shortage.
Yeah.
There's plenty of places for people to live. There's 11, the U.S. Census, the last 11 million vacant single-family houses. That doesn't even mean duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, condos, townhouses. That is just a house not attached to other houses, single-family houses. If you look at most housing per capita in U.S. history, look at that. Yes, it dipped down into the teens, the 2000 teens, but then started really ramping up, really ramping up. So there is no housing shortage here. There's plenty of housing out there.
Yeah.
So that whole thing that there's not enough, the stats tell you differently. So I thought that was really interesting. Let me know what you guys think in your area. Why are people saying it?
I think it's just a thing to say.
Why are people saying that there's a housing shortage? Because of homelessness?
I don't know. I think it's
Because
a
I'll
mix
tell you
of
what,
things.
these guys out here
Oh yeah.
that live off of the canal here behind our office that are all doing all sorts of interesting things on a daily basis, they're not worried about where they're living. They're having fun out there.
No, people want to stay on the streets actually.
I mean, who knows? I mean, obviously that there's a lot of people, but these guys, these
those guys are
party
living
animals,
life.
these party animals, holy
their
cow,
best life.
they are not worried about housing shortages. I'll tell you that.
No.
Yeah. It's really interesting. So I don't know. Is it just a talking point? Is it a political thing? What do you guys think?
Well, if you're
I think it could be. I mean, you I don't know, create enough marketing around anything, right? And you're going to be able to move the masses and the numbers. So it can be a play like that. I'm seeing they're pulling data out of Fred. Fred data is really good if you want to do some deep dive research. I combine that with ChatGPT based off of Fred's stats, and then you start off with prompts on that. So I mean, it's a good combination. But going back to your thing, yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a housing shortage. We definitely don't have one here in Phoenix, which is one of the leading markets in the U.S.
So I did a ChatGPT on the way dropping Seamus off at school this morning on how much the government, federal government, is involved in mortgage-backed securities.
Okay.
Okay. The federal government has 92% coverage of mortgages.
What?
92%. So you have a bank.
Yeah.
The bank then
Oh, yeah.
originates the loan. The bank then gets the loan back in a note, sells that off to the private market sector, okay, to get their money back, to do that over and over and over again. Guys, by the way, the banks always win, and I'll show you why. Because if you stop making payments, if those loans start going into pre-foreclosure, guess who makes those payments to the people that own those mortgages now? The federal government, right? And why do people get in trouble when they do shenanigans with, and don't disclose and don't do it with certain creative finance techniques, and they start going into default, starts turning into a problem because now, where's the money coming from? The federal government. The federal government.
Oh.
Right? That's why I love cash. That's why I love go in, cash offer, get done with it, none of the shenanigans.
Yeah.
Right? Now, some people, listen, you want to build your portfolio, you want to do it with creative finance, you have that creativity. Absolutely. You better make sure that mortgage is getting paid. You better make sure the mortgage is getting paid consistently all the time.
They're gonna come after
Because
you.
I have seen a lot of those people that went in and did a bunch of sub-twos and sold it to other people as wholesales, default. It's not going to be good.
Nope.
It's going to be real ugly. It's going to be super, super ugly. So everything's good until the mortgage payment doesn't get made, right? And the mortgage, and by the way, you should look at all those, the amount of money the federal government, we talked about it on a show maybe 6 months, a year ago, the amount of money the federal government puts in to all the people that were pushed out because of COVID, right? What was that?
Stimulus?
No. What was the? It was like if you're not making your mortgage payment,
Deferred, not deferred, but the yeah, I'm drawing a blank on the word.
when you can't, when you didn't have to make your mortgage payment, they couldn't foreclose on you. But somebody put it in the chat. I forget what it was called. We'll get it. Howard, Brent, I grabbed 2 new lists instead of recycling, and I'm at about 45 contacts for the day.
Let's go.
Thanks for the advice.
Nice.
Listen, if you're going through a list, only go through that list twice, then get rid of them. Twice, get rid of them. First time, you're going to have the highest contact rate. Second time, it's going to be half of what it was the first time. The third time, it's going to be like 5% it was the first time you called. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your caller's time or your phone prospector's time. So make sure that you are only going through a list twice to get a new list.
How long are the lists usually? Like, are they just like endless, or is it like?
You mean how large?
Yeah, how
Like,
large are they?
Thousands.
10, yeah.
1,000?
Moratorium, Jonathan.
depends
you
on the
are the
advertisement.
man.
Okay.
I was thinking deferment too, Dwayne. I was thinking deferred payments, but no, it's moratorium. They put a moratorium on the foreclosures, and the federal government bailed it out for years and years and years and years.
It's a
for
spooky
COVID.
name.
Still doing it.
Still doing it?
Yep. Are you thinking like, what does it sound like?
Mortician.
Yeah.
Oh, I got some stories about that.
Mortuary.
Mortuary.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's like mortgage. It's the death of it.
The death of it. yeah.
Moratorium. Yep. Triple line twice on a list. Yes, Josh. Yeah, 100%. Go through that list twice and triple line it. Yep. Absolutely. Awesome. Ebenezer. Fracking killer name.
Ebenezer.
I hope that comes back.
That's a
Killer
crazy name.
What's the next one that we had?
Bam.
Home prices are very likely to fall every month until next year, just looking at past seasonality. Guys, when investors hear this, when investors understand this, what I have found is the best flippers that do a lot are kind of analytical minds. They're kind of
Very.
engineer minds, right?
Very.
They understand their numbers, they're looking at it. When they see stuff like this, especially in these major markets that we just mentioned, the top 10 major markets, and you see that the prices are falling all the way to the end of the year, the interest rates aren't going to go down enough to make it, something dramatic. When they see this, that means we need to adjust the prices that we have, like ARV, yeah, it's ARV minus 5%. and just keep doing that. Okay, right now ARV's 500,000. No, it's 475. It just 475. By the time this ugly house that needs complete renovation, by the time that hits the market, it's going to be down at least 5%, maybe 10, to get that deal sold quickly right away. So I'm seeing people using prices. They're like, oh, look at these sold prices. This is great. Look at the pendings. Look at the pending properties. Look at the actives, how long they're taking to actually sell.
Look at the lowest listing comp. I mean, that's going to tell you a lot too.
Yeah, for sure. Amnesty, yeah. What up, Brent and crew? Hey, HB Home Solutions.
Hello.
Doctor, hey.
What's up?
So yeah, there you go. Prices are going down. We need to be really, really, really conservative with our prices, especially if you're going to be flipping properties. Take a deal down to flip them. But if you're assigning those deals, you have to be, think about that. Think about the difference there that we're talking about. Instead of working off of this value of 300,000, now you're working off of 485. That just brought the price that we can make down $15,000 to the bottom line. That's how you make really solid offers that'll move fast. If not, you're going to have to be doing price reductions, which is a nightmare, and it's just terrible, and or canceling a lot of deals. I mean, I would say 50% cancellation rate right now in this market because people don't understand this.
One of the things that I just had to go through with my guys was retraining on the offer price. It's like going broad, going virtual, especially, right? You just have to go. You have to anchor lower, especially on these markets that are kind of out there. It's
outskirt markets?
You cannot be. Listen, we're not in the positive business. We can't be positive and optimistic about, oh, this house could sell for this much. No, we have to go for the stuff that's there and run it on the lower side and then make those low anchor offers. You can't get around that kind of stuff, especially nowadays.
Yep.
So.
Hugh Boy, I look up month of inventory for each zip code and adjust the percentage of ARV accordingly. High month of inventory, lower ARV, 100%.
Yeah.
Supply and demand. Remember, the buyers determine the value. The buyers determine the value. And so it's absolutely critical that you understand if you are, who pays us when we assign a deal? Who's the one that agrees and signs the assignment that shows how much we're making? Some assignments don't, we do. But I mean, whatever. On the closing settlement statement, guys, put in the chat, who is the one paying us? Who's the one paying us? Is it the seller? Is it an agent? Is it the title company? Is it the hard money lender? Or is it the, I'm leading you on there. I hope you guys put it in there, who actually pays us and who we're actually working for, who we're actually providing value. Yes, we're solving the problem of the seller. And guys, when you go into an appointment with every single seller, and I think Rafael will agree with this a bazillion %, every time we're making an offer, it's going one of two ways. It's going, this is the offer, we will buy it at. Okay, we will absolutely will buy this at. Now, we have an exit strategy called an assignment. We reach out to all, and this is all disclosed, reach out to all of the investors in our private database, and we see if they want to buy this deal from us. If not, this is the price we will buy it at. This is our price, okay? Would you agree that's an important thing to do?
Absolutely.
The second thing is, if they want a higher price, we tell them, hey, listen, this is what we can do. We will put this out to our buyers. We're not going to buy it at this price. We're just letting you know that. We cannot buy it at this price. We can buy it at this price, not this price. Now, there might be somebody that we privately know that will buy it at that price. If you allow us the 7 days, 10 days to reach out to them to see if that'll happen, then we'll do that, okay? This is all a conversation we have with every property owner, okay? And they either say yes, no, whatever, or they take somebody else's offer and then they call us back when they fall through and whatever. Or it closes. Great for them. We want people to get the most that they possibly can in their timeline in the way that they want to handle that sale, okay? We need to understand what is their goal. That is our whole business. But I'm telling you, when you are negotiating for that price, you need to be able to commit to that as the buyer and know that that is a solid price that you can commit to. If you use that, you're going to make better offers. You're going to make better offers. So just point of I don't know, a point. There you go. Yeah, sellers will either drop price or keep the property right now. Your product is only worth what people are willing to pay for it. Yeah, the buyers. Bailey's right. The buyers determine the price.
A lot of times, I mean, they're just not informed enough either, right? Like they're gonna try and shop the thing around, and then they'll circle back because you were open, you were honest, you told them, listen, this is what I can do. You're seeing that your offers are getting adjusted, right? I can give you two case in point that just happened over the last week to us. One was a seller. He was shooting for more, obviously, and I told him, listen, you have a high offer on the table. Take that one and run.
Yep.
I can't match it. I can't hit it. What I can do is be, in this range. Like this is where I know we can make a deal happen. I wish I could tell you otherwise. I wish I could tell you what you want to hear, but the reality is like I can't go that high, and I don't want to lie to you and waste your time, right? Calls me back 2 hours later. I talked to the guys. They wanted to adjust the price because they were not going to cover this, and that, and then this other thing. So I was going to end up with about $15,000 higher than what you have, but they lied to me. I want to do business with you.
Yeah.
Right. So they'll come back, and that happens over and over again.
Yep.
Don't be afraid to drop the real numbers. The math, when the math is math, and just do that. Right.
Yep. Howard asked, does anybody know a good website to find what zip codes have high crime rates? Yeah. ChatGPT.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We'll pull it up right now. Howard, where do you want to know? What area? I feel like Howard's in Florida. I know he lives in Florida, but I don't know if he's doing business. What areas do you want to know? We'll pull it up right now. Give me highest. What are the highest crime rate zip codes in Florida?
Okay, let me see.
And we'll pull that up. But guys, ChatGPT is bananas.
Yeah.
I love it. It's like, would you like me to graph this? He wants to know in Orlando. Look at this. Scoot that over. Can you scoot it over or no?
To the right.
Yeah.
Lake City, Belglade.
We need to know the zip codes. Go. What are the highest crime rates by zip code in Orlando? Yeah, and I agree, Raph. I like pushing that talk button and just talking into it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how accurate it is.
Yep.
But I saw Gary Vee do that. I go through my phases with Gary Vee. He's a lot, and which I love. But I wonder I honestly wonder what his employees think of him. I really wonder. Here you go.
There you go.
There you go, brother. You got a whole map. You got a map. Certainly, if you're a
bunch of
real estate
red.
wholesaler or investor, hold on, go up. If you're a real estate wholesaler investor looking to understand crime patterns in Orlando, Florida, focusing on specific zip codes can provide valuable insights. Here's a breakdown of crime statistics by zip codes to help you identify areas with higher or lower crime rates. Guys,
There you go.
every question that you have,
Yeah.
I think you mentioned it earlier, Luke. You have a genie.
Yeah.
You have a genie on your phone. Can't you wait till they just have a chip in our head?
Don't know if I'll do that, but
I don't want to go that far with it.
Why? You have a chip in your hand. We're already cyborgs. Go a day without this,
Listen,
bro.
listen,
What
I
about
have,
the
in
updates, man? I
mountains.
feel like they would hurt.
That's so funny. After watching Alien,
You know, one of the most powerful things that I've done with ChatGPT, I fed it my profiles, right? Like my disc analysis, the results, and I've done a lot of like self work and written down journals and stuff. So, anyways, I fed it all into this portion, this conversation in ChatGPT in my account, and then I'm going to it. But I've used it to ask the question, what am I not seeing? Right. So, okay, I have this opportunity. I'm analyzing this thing, this, and then what am I not seeing about this based off of my strengths and weaknesses? And this thing will go to town on telling me, well, because you move fast, maybe you're not paying attention enough to the stats or the whatever, right? But it's crazy the amount of really good information and awareness that it brings to the table when you're just queuing it right. It's insane. If you guys are not using it, you need to use it.
I will add to it, if you inject information to ChatGPT, that is going to give you 10x the information that it can get that you ask it for specific things. And that's a really good way to like focus in on a specific thing, like what you just talked about.
Well,
Yeah.
Jesse was telling me today, Jesse Pearson is my marketing director, and he was telling me with the, for Facebook ads,
Yeah.
he's writing Facebook ads. He's using the new Google,
Oh, the I know what you're talking about. Grok.
no.
No.
That's
VO?
Twitter or X.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Google
about.
whatever.
For
Photos.
images?
No.
No.
So it's a video. It
Yeah.
looks like it's a real person. It's incredible with like a iPad.
Yeah.
And then he goes into the iPad and then he voiceovers. Jesse can voice over, write the text. It'll then use the same voice that the AI that's on the video uses to go through and put together ads very specific to specific markets.
I have a meeting with him about this.
I bet you do.
Yeah. It's gonna be great. It's
Incredible.
Gonna be great.
I mean, what about, listen, let's just go practical here.
Yeah.
Really practical. I've told you guys for the last 2 years,
Yeah, I think it is.
go into Facebook. Friend request as many people as you can on a daily basis that are in local groups in the areas that you work, okay? In the markets that you work. Then post every single day, I buy houses. Send me your deals. Every single day, right? Luke, could you
Yeah.
use any of these AIs, ChatGPT, any of the free AIs,
Yeah.
to come up with 30 images that has I buy houses
Yeah.
that you can then upload into Facebook on a daily basis? You could probably schedule it
1,000%.
on for your stories. So you post on your stories, I buy houses. You have 5,000 Facebook friends in a local market.
Yeah.
You post I buy houses.
Yeah.
You respond quickly to your DMs. How much time do you think it would take to come up with 30 creatives,
Yeah.
30
Yeah.
posts that you can put to your stories? How long
3
do you think that
minutes.
would take? How much?
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
And if
And you do that 365 days a year. You do that every single day. You could probably get it. There's probably some AI that'll post it for you in there, or something
there's
that'll
so many. There's so many.
something that'll
N8N.
drip it out every single day to your
N8N.
stories, right?
Yep.
GHL does that.
And GHL, yeah, go high level. And then so you just set that up.
It's a recurring thing.
You could probably
every day.
set it up one time,
Yeah.
and it'll post every day to your stories for a year.
Yeah, there's a image generator that I would
Right.
recommend. It's called Reve.
What is it?
REVE. Image generator. It's completely free.
Yep.
It is the best image generator in my opinion, next to Midjourney, and it has the capability of actually writing text on your actual AI image, because sometimes it gets a little buggy and weird. So if you guys want to do that, I recommend doing that and use Reve. It's amazing.
Can we
And-
clip this section out of this show and
Yeah.
make it a whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's people need to understand this. You could probably set it up, have it post to your. What would you use to post it every single day? Like you set up 365 images, I buy house, and then you set it up to post one time every single day.
You can use Hootsuite. You can use the in-app. You can use that. You can just keep scheduling it. It takes 20 minutes to do. So this whole process, and you can literally do a month's worth of posts in probably 25 minutes, 30 minutes.
And what does it cost a month?
Reve is free.
What about Hootsuite?
Hootsuite, I'm not 100% sure. If you're just one person, probably like $20 a month.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not. Too
It's not extremely, and it has a whole calendar for you. You could do so many other things though as well, but those are the two that I recommend.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So you could set this thing up for the year
Yeah,
in, let's call it an hour.
yeah, an hour if you want to do that for sure.
Guys, 4 deals. You'll get 4 deals this year. You'll get 4 referral deals this year posting every single day. As long as you're going in and your friend requesting every single day and you're getting your friends up. You got to get enough people that see your stuff on a daily basis. But if they see that you're buying houses, woo, baby.
And make sure you're
Whoa.
tagging. Make sure you put your
This
tags.
makes me
in there.
excited.
Yeah, no, 100%. And like the fact that people aren't doing this is you're missing out on free money,
Totally.
essentially.
Totally.
Yeah.
4 free deals.
Yeah.
People are like, I don't.
You don't have to put your
wanna-"
face. You don't have to put your face if you don't want to.
You don't have to do anything.
I mean, you could take a photo of
Yep.
yourself
Yep.
and go into the AI generator and be like, use this photo, make 30 images, give it a good prompt, and it'll AI your face onto different people.
What's a good prompt? What does that mean?
So you would take an image of yourself, please use a high quality image if you can. Everyone has supercomputers in their hands, essentially.
Yep.
Take a photo of yourself, put it in there, be like, reprompt this. You are a top creator for YouTube, Instagram, social medias, and I need you to create 30 to X amount, however many you want to do, Instagram content posts using this specific verbiage, and make each image slightly different, but try to use the same verbiage for each one. Then you just press enter, and then it'll spit out all these images. And from there, you can pick and choose, and then you just keep refining the prompt if you don't like it, and go from there. 5 minutes, man.
Yep.
Are you using ChatGPT for that, or are you using Reve?
So what I would do, if you really want the best, go to ChatGPT, say you're using Reve, it'll make a prompt for you to insert into Reve, and then you'll have it even better. Because it'll just make it easier for yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Judy says, although Zillow and Redfin have gotten better with estimated value, however, seller just told me their property is showing $440K on those sites, and after running our comps, ARV is at $390, way off. Yes, 100% way off. I'm telling you, during the remainder of the year, cash buyers and us as cash buyers and investors need to understand it's going to dip down. It's going to dip down towards the end of the year. It is. Even when interest rates go up, go down, it'll dip, right? It'll take some time for that to take into effect. All right. Jonathan says Gemini, awesome, and a bunch of bananas. I love seeing the bananas. 5 bananas.
Oh.
It's a lot of potassium
That is.
on the screen.
Everyone needs
All right.
it.
I have a contractor buddy that uses ChatGPT to make his company logo, slapped it on some T-shirts the same day.
Yeah.
100%. By the way, guys, all of these resources that we're talking about, Alejandra's putting into this chat. It's not in the comments section. If you're watching this later, it's in the actual chat that's on the side.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
Does it show the chat afterwards?
There's a button on the right-hand side that says Show Live Chat, and
Yep.
it'll just be the recorded chat.
Okay, and then so if you're listening to this on the podcast, because we use this for the podcast as well, or you're watching this afterwards, go to the chat section on
It'll
the
be in the
Brent
show.
Daniels YouTube channel.
We'll put it in the show
Oh,
notes.
put
as
it in
well.
the show notes. Look at these guys.
One thing, going back to the price points, we only use Zillow when it helps us, right? I mean, if you're running comps and the comps are higher, Zillow sometimes is going to be lower. Then we will use Zillow as a reference, right? If not, we don't. But whenever they come back with that kind of stuff, we'll say the same thing that you said earlier. Use that 5% drop. Every quarter, home prices have been dropping for around 5% on average, like throughout the country.
Yep.
Right. So if the house was 500,000, 3 months ago, like you're gonna be at 475 now.
Yep.
So don't be afraid to leverage that kind of stuff, and then use the trends in the market, right? I felt like there was an objection right now with Zillow, and the seller saying that it's worth 4+ when she's at 480 on comps. So talk about that as well. Bring it up in that conversation. Be open.
Brent, do you think that, this is from Judy, great to see you, Judy, or hear from you. Do you think that online posting to story can work from a business page, or do you think it's best from a personal page? Personal, 1,000%. If you don't have conviction as an entrepreneur, you're done.
Yeah.
If you're not just ready to just scream at the top of your lungs on the top of the tallest tower, on the
Shrek.
tallest mountain about your business, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done. But listen, you can be successful, but you will be miserable. You will be miserable if you hate the business that you're in. You will not like the people that you're working with. You'll not like the strategy that you're working with. Yes, in your intellectual mind, it makes sense and it makes you income. But if you don't enjoy what you're doing, you're toast. You know what I mean? Share your joy for this business with the world, and they will reward you for it 100%. They will reward you. You will get more support. There will be trolls. you should feel bad for them. I have never gone on, not once in my entire life have I gone online and said anything negative, trolled somebody, wanted to mess with somebody, wanted to screw around.
Yeah.
But I understand trolls. My college roommate was a troll.
Yeah.
And that was early 2000s. Bennett Taylor, I love you. Bennett Taylor, I was matched with him from San Jose. He would spend all night on American Online.
AIM?
Yeah, AIM on Instant Messenger. And he would go into these chat groups and he would just mess with people all night long. And I was like, why are you doing that? And he would just giggle and he thought it was just so funny and so entertaining. So every time I see a troll, I know it's Stinky Bennett that wore the same sweatpants, blue sweatpants,
Oh, yeah.
for 6 months.
Yeah.
Never exercised, and was just screwing around. And he was like, 19 or whatever. So I get it. So that's what I think of when I think of trolls. So you can use that image.
If you're not getting feedback like that, I mean, I feel like you're not being loud enough. It just happens.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how great the content is, how much gold you're putting out there. There's always going to be somebody
Yep.
that wants to go against the current there. So. You've got mail.
Oh, this is a great question here. I really like this question, Bailey. How do you go about explaining to a seller that Zillow is inaccurate in the value of their home? This is beautiful, Bailey, because I don't. I don't. Whenever you are, that to me sounds like an argument. It doesn't sound like you're not going to. They're like, oh, this is what it is online. So one thing that I would say is just the facts is. When Zillow's pulling for this, they're pulling for the highest priced properties. They're assuming that the property is completely renovated. That's what they're basing that valuation on, okay? Now, if you want to get a more accurate, I think that you should spend $400 or $500. You can get an appraisal. You can get an appraiser to come out here, professional appraiser to come out here and give you a value. You can also have a couple real estate agents give you a CMA, one of our vocabulary words. Comparative market analysis, and that's completely. I want you to get. I want you to achieve your goal with the sale of this property. What I'm telling you, where we're coming from is, I'll never tell you what to sell your house for. We'll only tell you what we can buy it for.
Yeah.
So I understand that it's showing here. That is what they think is just HGTV ready. That is a fact. If you're looking to get close to that price or kind of subtract from there, completely understand. I highly suggest you put it on the market. If you're looking, and just so you know, when you put it on the market, it's a multi-step process. Make sure you get the best of the best real estate agent. There's going to be some more costs involved there. That's just part of the process. If you're looking to sell it, you said that you wanted to sell it and be done with it and get your money out of it in the next 2 weeks. That's not going to happen. Probably not going to happen if you list it on the market with the real estate agent at the price that you're asking for. At this price, I know that I can make it happen. It's up to you what you want to decide to do, but this is what I'm willing to offer you. As is, net offer to you. There's no real estate commissions. You don't have to pay the title and closing costs. All you have to do is pay off any of the liens that you owe on the property.
Yeah.
That's the conversation,
Yeah.
right? Because if you go in, Bailey, and I've heard it a million, oh, you can't trust that. Oh, yeah. Well, let me show you this article. Let me show you
It's a
Brent
weird
Daniels
vibe.
talking about it on YouTube. Like, brr, you just killed all rapport in an instant.
You can't engage.
Seriously.
No,
That's like going on a date with a smoking hot guy or gal, and then you're like, hey, I caught all the Pokemon. They're like, what? Yeah, I love them. Look at this one, and that one, and this one, and that. Instant rapport destroyed, right? You know what I mean? So don't do that. Don't do that with your seller. Go in with confidence and explain to them the process. If you're going in with the mentality that I have to convince them to do something that's not in their best interest, you're toast. You're toast.
Yeah.
You're going to feel rotten inside.
Yeah.
You're going to feel hollow inside. You're going to do that because you're in hustle season and the world is tough out there and all these other things that you can convince yourself of. But the fact is, if you're not going in there with a servant's mindset, a servant's heart, being a truth teller, truth seeker, you will not last in the business. And if you do, and you do make some income, you're always going to be looking over your shoulder. You're always going to be worried about lawsuits. You're always going to be worried about, some family member coming in and giving different advice, or some agent coming in and giving different advice, that seller wanting to cancel, and now you're being grossed by putting a memorandum on the property and holding them hostage, and it's just bad for the whole industry. This is why regulations came down. This is exactly why regulations came down, because of this crazy cowboyness that's out there, that's like, I'm going to go and I'm going to tie up these properties. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to use manipulative techniques to really get these property owners down, which don't last, because it's a 14 to 30 day process. And in that time, they wisen up. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not like you're going into Foot Locker and you're like, hey, what's the hottest shoes right now? And they're like, those, bro. I got the last ones. These are flaming. These are fire. These are like so incredible. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to get those. And then you get home and you're like, why did I buy these Nike Pump Nerf shoes? You know, like, what is happening? Reebok Pump. Anyway, you guys get it. Yeah. Jonathan's laughing. Judy, the problem is I have very uncensored and unfiltered friends on my social media. They will be commenting on my posts like, yeah, hit my bleep bleep girl up to sell your bleep bleep house today.
I think that's awesome.
Listen, that's beautiful. Listen, if your friends know that you're buying houses, they're going to run across it in the next year, 18 months, 24 months, 36 months. You're going to be doing this forever. Mm-hmm. There's no retirement age for real estate entrepreneurs.
Part of that authenticity too, man. I mean, if that's what you carry. You talked about brand earlier.
100%.
Right?
Yeah,
there's
100%.
No brand without authenticity, in my opinion. Real brand.
Yeah, and also, Judy, all those comments are going to be private because it's on your stories. It's not a post. It's not going to where people can see all the comments. It's a story every single day. That's where most people are looking anyway.
Yeah. I will say this: if I'm like on a person's page looking at their work or whatever, and I just see like bots commenting or like just no comments or anything like that, I don't trust that person or trust that page so much more than if I go to somebody else's page and I see, let's say, their friends hyping them up, or just actual people talking in the comment section. Yep. I know this is a story, but I think it's great, to be honest with you. Like, you shouldn't be afraid of that.
No, makes it even better. Makes it even better. We got a lot of projects we got to do. We got to do the affiliate course where you teach people to just go live on TikTok and make your call, do your daily life, and then get affiliates for a prop stream or an INVELO or something. Yeah. And then make that passive, $5, $10K a month, which is insane. Better than owning 25 rentals from a cash flow standpoint. Obviously not from a depreciation, appreciation, and tax benefit standpoint, but income's income. Yeah. We got to do that. And I think we should do a video, literally, we should revamp 15, 20-minute video on how to use AI to post every single day to social media.
Oh, I'm so down.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll link it to you guys for sure.
Yep. Awesome. New Balance All Day by Howard. Well, that's our show. Will you put up the graffiti again, Matt?
I got it.
Oh, there we go. Bring it in. Bring it in, guys. Thank you for joining us. If you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure, am I in the lapel, Matt? Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you check out Rafael Cortez. Absolutely incredible on Instagram and also YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Right? Pulse CEO Pulse Rafael Cortez. On behalf of Matt and Luke and Alejandra and myself and Rafael, go out there, have a wildly productive week, massive imperfect action, and remember this: clean your house, keep your house clean. Number one, keep your house clean, your actual house and this house, right? Make sure we're plunging out all the negativity that we deal with on a daily, weekly basis. It's called reading and listening to great things and being around amazing people. Make sure that you protect your health and make sure that you increase your value to the world. You'll live a fantastic life. We love you guys. See you next week. Bye.